right, welcome on back. Happy Monday. It's my day off. I was going to go on an adventure, but we did a rain check, and that's okay. I mean, I think it'd be much better. I was going to go see an old friend and uh, basically one of my lifelong friends, an old BV, good old boy, but um, we're going to wait till we can actually do like live it up, maybe go up to Cripple Creek. I don't gamble personally, but I mean, my buddy enjoys it occasionally, and that's fine. Like, it's a consenting adult thing. Ooh, actually, as I'm watching that, see my microphone? It's going off. I'm talking about personal plans to the world, so let's fix that. I just woke up. Let me start a private party, so none of my friends usually message before jumping in, but not always. And then I don't really play with a lot of people anymore. I used to play like a lot with it, like this one group in college, and then, in high school it was always like this other group, and then every now and then there'd be an occasional floater from a couple of groups, or there'd be like an auxiliary group of like people that sometimes play, and then there's randos. When I used to drink and play Grand Theft Auto, like I'd just get really messed up. And not really, I mean, I was always like more or less responsible, like, not driving after like 2 beers and stuff like that, and like making it all a math calculation and times and water consumption and all these things. And even then, I usually erred on the side of caution, like just like assumed that I was worse off than I might have been. So if you're just chilling at home and you don't plan on driving anywhere, you can kind of go nuts. But, well, not when you're a parent though. Like, I don't let myself get out of control now. I don't even drink, but like I always assume that I either have to go get my kid from somewhere or go take my kid somewhere. So, and that's just one of them. And those are just the few that I know about. I make that joke, but I actually saw this really horrible video the other day. Some guy was bragging about getting women pregnant and then leaving. And I just joke about that because I've had, I think, at least two. I want to say there was a third one that started to try to do that excuse. And it's really sad. Like, I mean, breaking up with someone or someone breaking up with you, like, and then saying that they're pregnant and saying that I had a lot of respect for this lady too, and she's actually no longer with us. She's an ancestor now. But it was one of my homegirls that, like, I dated for a little while. It was like a Romeo and Juliet thing. It was a forbidden love. We weren't supposed to associate with each other. And she told me she was pregnant, and she said she was taking everything. So she used it as like a control tactic to make me come back to her. And no, I think she said, ow, she even tried to black or extort me. It was so hot though. Like, I think she wanted like 200 bucks. But no, I'm not making fun of her either. Like I said, I have high respect for this lady. She was awesome. She was a professional adult model. She has pictures in Penthouse. Like, that's how high up she got. It wasn't just like a Girls Gone Wild tour. Like, she was actually making legitimate videos and pictures. And she was really cute and kind. It was the kindness and the empathy. That's what I find most attractive in women. It's like, honestly, I like them a little on the thicker side, like, just because I feel like, well, anyways, we can go into that later, but like, that generally is like, yeah, it's my type. There we go. That's a good way to say it. But this lady like said she was pregnant to get money. That's that hustle. Like, I mean, I would have given it to her too. I think I even almost debated doing it. Then I talked to her. And again, we weren't supposed to associate. It was like a crime to associate. So anyways, back to what were we talking about? Peace, love, unity, and respect now. And I'm debating a lot of people on Facebooks, and I don't like it that it's on the Facebooks, but whatever. It's tied to my name and my location. Like, I'm talking on the governor's stuff to a bunch of Coloradoans, and maybe not even all Coloradoans. And I'm trying to stay peaceful. I was just a little, not disrespectful, but I got my dad voice on with somebody. I was like, that's not helpful. Like, so a little backstory. Somebody got broken into here in northern Colorado, and I'm in one of the local town groups, and like, and apparently the garage door was linked to the neighbor's garage door. So when the neighbor left the day before, or the night before, they opened both garage doors, and it stayed open all night. And at 4:30 in the morning, someone's camera picked up this person just walking into a garage and taking all sorts of stuff. And I think it was linked to the house, maybe? I mean, so there's a lesson in lock your doors, including And actually, I lock my door when I'm here. Oh no, I locked it when I leave too. So, so yeah, if my garage door was ever malfunctioning, there's still a second layer of defense. Now, granted, that layer of defense is only so good because my neighbors, while they do pay attention to a lot of things, and they're home all the time too. That's what I love. Like I think I have like a retire or like a veteran on one side, and if not a good old boy with a lot of other good old boys that come by and like um, it's starting to sound like have an infatuation with. No, and actually good folks, I should say, because women are just as capable. Actually, as I say that, I got another homegirl that like she is a force to reckon with. She's awesome. I worked with her, and she was like a really hard worker. Again, very empathetic and concerning. I think everybody really is, but it's like when people show you that. And peace, love, unity, and resistance or respect, not resistance. Plur is a rave thing. You hear a bunch of ravers, usually on drugs like ecstasy or substances, we should call them. Which ecstasy is up there as one that's like, yes, you need to be very careful, and it is a very dangerous thing if misused, but most people, this goes back to how I was just talking about, like, I usually was pretty responsible if I was impaired or taking some kind of substances. I wouldn't be driving or too much in public. Like raves are kind of a special setting where like people are just all just yeah. I mean, it's expected that you may encounter somebody on drugs at those things. So, and as long as people are being responsible and like being discreet about things, then it's fine. You know, law enforcement doesn't. I mean, they care, but they only care if you're being unsafe to either yourself or others. And you ask any law enforcement officer, and I think this is why the war on drugs is especially harmful, is because even just cannabis prohibition, like it drove a wedge between law enforcement and the public. Because almost everybody nowadays has at least tried weed. Everybody. I've tried it like in the last. No, I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, and so I've smoked copious amounts of bud in my life, copious amounts, and I plan to continue. So. And that's the thing, is like I'm doing all these things with not a rotten brain. Although that might sound scratchy. Sorry, I hit the mic there, so I'm trying to drink some coffee. So yeah. Oh, and also I had somebody reach out randomly and say, "Hey, follow my Spotify." And he's got some G music from the South Side, and like I love it, dude. I'm with it. Like, I don't pick sides. I'm pretty neutral and all that. I have friends from the north, friends from the south. In fact, I just ran into one buddy. I think and now it's probably more like a year ago, because I switched up when I go to the gym to make it more convenient. But basically, I ran into him at the gym a couple of times. I heard he was, I think he went back to prison or he was about to go back. No, no, no. He just got back out of prison again, because it's a very distinct conversation from someone who's like, I'm about to go back in, or, you know, because if they're about to go back in, they're depressed as hell and everything. This dude, he was happy to see me, and he was like, again, sounded really gay today, but no, that's fine. He's a close enough buddy that I wouldn't be embarrassed by that. In fact, a lot of people that go to prison talk about gay stuff all the time. It's really not that big of a deal. In fact, they're probably some of the biggest supporters of the LGBTQ community, and they're gangsters, so real gangsters. Just like I don't like stolen valor from military because I never actually served. I don't want stolen valor from gangs because I never really did that either. I mean, I had a club, but we didn't do any of like the serious stuff. We would just black markets and whatnot, partying. If anything, we were very friendly. We were hippies. So, yeah, good morning. Jeez. So segueing into the projects that I want to focus on today, not so much work for, well, so the online voting server, that's one. If I can get that going and get a link out, I mean, I got to buy a URL. I think I'm going to buy communal.org. Please, nobody take it. And if you do, don't be like that. I'll just change it. I'll just be like communal dose, like IDAGAF or whatever it is. Anyways, that's a little heavy-handed, and I got my dad voice on with that person. So anyways, let's go back to that. So it was an elderly couple from the sounds of it. Their garage door was left open. Some guy came by at 4:30, or some person. It looks like a guy, but you know, just trying to like get the facts, get the details together, and see or perceptions even. But the camera, it's hard to see, and they covered their face. I think they had like a scarf or something. They seemed a little bit fancy actually having a scarf. Like honestly, a scarf or some kind of like towel. I just walked in, started taking stuff, and the people said they took like IDs and I think the tech garage, and it was actually access to the house. And so they just learned a very harsh lesson. And the worst thing to tell somebody that just was a victim of a crime like that is to gaslight them into thinking, well, if only you did this, or, and especially anybody who's been to the military. So that is one thing. I did go to basic training for like all of a few weeks. And in the barracks, they had a poster that said, this is the Marines over in San Diego. And they had this that said, Lieutenant's Ghost, if only they trained me better. And it showed a picture of a drill sergeant walking up and down the rows of recruits. And that's deep. Like, that's life. You know, like right there, if I died like this in real life, I'm done. Game over. No more. Like, I don't get to do these videos. I don't get to play games. I don't get to see my family. Like, I don't get to see my kids grow up. Like, blank out. And you better heaven if there is like a, oh, I get to actually grow up. Because otherwise, you just blink out of existence. And like, I don't know. See right there. I blink out of existence. And now my homegirl, she's blinked out of existence too. I mean, hopefully there's an afterlife and she's up there watching this. Like, I think she'd be stoked. Like, she does this graffiti. In fact, I'm gonna put it up on my GitHub site. I'm gonna do tributes to my Saudi family, tributes to my Hood family, and tributes to my educational family, my professional family, like, and they're all colleagues. Like, let's make that known. Like, all of these people I have worked with in some capacity or another to be who I am today. Oh god, and I was being targeted by at least one, and there was two more that I was shooting at that would have. Woo.
Making effective fire.
It's a fun project, so I'm gonna take all of the Aesop's. Well, I was starting to do Aesop's Fables, and honestly, I'm already not impressed with the first one. It was talking about like ants at a watering hole, and like a warthog came up and smushed one ant into the mud, and then the other ants went back, and then some ants asked them, they're like, hey, where's this ant? They said, oh, he got smushed in the mud, but they didn't do anything. So I don't know, and I think that's the moral of the lesson, is like, see something, say something, do something. Like, I mean, don't like instantly snitch right away. Like, I don't know, you could be discreet and just try to get more information as a person, just a community member, be like, hey, you all right? Like, you know, and it's often more times than not better for the bigger, stronger person to do the checking. Now, that's not always the men, but most of the time, it's just the reality of the world and the way things work. Is a guy that lifts heavy things for fun, like myself. I lift weights for fun 2 to 3 times a week. Actually, I'm trying 3 to 4 times for a few weeks because I got to hit a 60 visit quota. Get some money back. I don't know. Ah, man, they're just camped up there. Yeah, be careful, like, you know.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Nah, that's not good. Well, they're gonna see me. Oh, no, I saw the glint, the glare. Okay, this might be good. Yeah, I don't trust that. Somebody just shot at me, I feel like. No. Are they shooting?
Enemy UAV active.
They can't see me, I don't think. Oh, wait, I can just... There we go. Oh, thank you for actually coming over here, not like a coward. Alright, I'm gonna try to... Another one. Woo!
Dropping ammo.
Yeah, I got more stim. I'm really liking the stim now. Oh, God. Anyways, I bring up the Raver stuff plur because that's very relevant to respect. It ends with long as you just respect people, it's fine. Even if you do something stupid, and I did a few stupid things when I was drunk, like accidentally said things that were disrespectful to people, that could be like interpreted as like hostile or like threatening, which wasn't. And actually, one time I almost got into a fight with like a whole group of dudes at this party. I was at their apartment too, which I felt so bad. And I explained it to them. I was like, but as I was walking out, like somebody wanted to fight, and I realized that I had too much to drink and I had to go, and so I was like, I'm sorry, I need to go, or like, hey, I have to go. Um, and I think I even said like, homeboy wants to fight, I gotta go. And then as I bumped into somebody, I'm like, it's a good thing. It's better if I go. And I honestly meant that, as in I had literally just been in a big brawl with a roommate like a few weeks before that, and I was waiting for a bed in the halfway house for that. Like I was going to jail, and like I couldn't get into another fight, so it was better for all of us. Plus, dude was a lot bigger than me, and I messed him up good. Like he had like
Taking fire!
he had the impressions of bike tires on his back as I was slamming him against the track and like some actual bicycles. And oh, I think he was more psychologically damaged. Like, he was crying. I had like said some messed up things. Told him I banged his girlfriend, and he believed it because she was promiscuous. I didn't. I mean, but and then he tried to go and do to a woman I really cared about. And now that's like part of why we're kind of still at war. It'd be funny if he watches these, because the fact of the matter is the same dude was a perpetrator of a calculated scheme to sexually assault women in college at college frat parties. And I know a lot of sorority sisters that are now linked to some very powerful, or are very powerful people. Kamala Harris was in a sorority, I believe. Like, all I got, I mean, it don't, like, I actually finally told the authorities about this one. I told the cops, and now the net's circling. And all it's going to take, a few of his victims, like, you know what? I think I was by him, or by one of his accomplices. And then boom. So Bill Boone, you're listening to this? I'm just kidding. That's not his real name.
Fire!
That's what I'm going to call him. So, because if one thing I learned, or if I learned one thing from going to jail, and I didn't really go long, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not like some hardened criminal. I didn't do hard time. Like, I've never been to prison. Like, it's only been like community stuff. Nothing too serious. And that's the beauty of it. Like, criminal justice reform is happening in Colorado. Like, they are focusing on rehabilitation and, you know, fixing the problems, figuring out what's wrong. Why do you drink so much, or why do you use so many substances? Like, why are you trying to escape from reality? Basically, oh, I saw it. Okay, that's it. Do I have a?
Enemy movement.
All right, it's on, buddy. You wanted this. Okay, I guess I think I'll just go here.
Hostile UAV in the area. Hostile SAE incoming.
I think I'm dead. Maybe not.
Enemy UAV active.
Oh. I see a laser. Jesus.
Reloading.
I almost had him.
Taking fire!
Are they shooting through the wall?
Hostile UAV in the area.
Oh, I saw the glare. Dang it.
Moving in.
1 minute remaining.
Jeez, 3 kills. That's terrible.
Revenge is
I hate long range battle. Say medium range, then short range, and then long range. order preferences. Ah! And I suck at sniping too. Let's just go back to this. We only have like less than a minute left. Dun, 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 dun,
30
dun,
seconds
dun.
left.
Let's get one more kill. Nope. Oh! Oh! Just as I grab my sniper. I think those look like the car as
10
well.
seconds.
Check your fire.
Throw a knife at you.
Mission compromised. We failed.
Whew. Oh, dang, that was a long one. Or did I play a couple? Oh. Yeah, it's the Car 98K. It's a good gun. I mean, and snipers usually are like bolt action, single action, like just one shot. Yeah, I was dead last. Ugh. But not the car. It has 5. And I think there's another one that has 10. And like, that's just insane. Like at that point, you're like, some pistols only have 10 shots in the clip. Like my 22 growing up. Actually, I still own it, but I can't have it. It's not with me, but so are a lot of guns. Like they're not with me, but if a war ever broke out, it doesn't matter if I have a checkered past. Like I'm gonna go find a bunch of weapons and protect the country. Just like I protect the country with non-violent things all the time. I mean, just keep talking to that dude on the Facebook group, like, he's in this town. I might run into him, like, you know. But at the same time, he told some elderly couple, close your garage door because they got robbed. And then to come to find out, they said that it's actually a bug with the door opener, so that needs to get fixed. They need to just disable it for now and do it manually until that gets fixed, like the frequency gets changed. And for that reason, we need to assume that people have those devices that can use the frequency. And that's crazy. Like, of course, everybody who searches for that stuff is on a watch list. Like, there are watch lists for everything. I mean, it's so easy for computers to analyze traffic and just be like, yep, that's what this person's doing. Yep, and there. I like how I'm just like some kind of like Cthulhu-looking squid. Like I got my cloth over my head. Actually, that's kind of messed up. Like I was just talking about a dude with a towel wrapped around his face to hide his face. You can see his eyes though. Or again, it could be a her or in between. But like, for the sake of purposes of this, it does look like some dude, 4:30 in the morning, pretty tall, skinny, lean build, black hair, spiky hair. I can't. Now, everybody's in that group gonna be looking for this guy or like talking and asking around about this guy, because and let me break it down for you. If you do go to prison or jail, the hierarchy is the lowest of the low is child predator, and then above that is regular predator, like the dude that I beat up or beat me up. I mean, I got roughed up pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was bleeding from the nose, the mouth, my lip was split open, my lip rips open and bleeds if I laugh too hard. It's been a kind of a thing my whole life. Like a modern Joker. No, seriously. Like up in the mountains of Colorado, it's cold. It's cold as hell. Like I mean, it's almost a swear, but it's cold as all get out. There you go. Keeping it PG, so in case somebody. Oh, this is free for all. I was like, oh hey, I already saw somebody. Like that's crazy. And usually when you see someone that fast, it's a free for all because they're everywhere. It's your team spawn.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Busting like all in the place. What was I even talking about? Well, anyways, verbal kung fu and not social engineering, but it is. It's like you're policing the community, guiding gently. And I was a little pointed to him, but the dude responded. He's like, "Don't get pissy with me because the person that was the victim in this, like the person that just got robbed, is being told by somebody, close your garage door. Don't dress promiscuous if you don't want to get sexually assaulted." Like that's the type of mentality. It's like you deserve it type mentality. It's like, no, hold on here. Some prick came in and took their. You're getting mad at the person that got taken from? Like, nah. Anyone who swears an oath to this country would in that. And that is one of the good benefits that I did. Like a target shooting. Can you give me? Can you give me? Oh, there's two people shooting at me. So anyways, yeah, victimizing behavior, it needs to be stamped out politely. And I commented, then I replied to him again saying, "Oh, my bad." So I'm admitting fault to something. However, it's not to him. Captain America. I don't think anyone would be behind me. There's a freaking tank, yo. Sound like Jesse Pinkman. I am Jesse Pinkman. Basically, not nearly as crazy, but I mean, given enough time and resources, I could have been. Like, we all could have been. That's why I love that show. It's like, it's just normal people out there doing crazy things. Stealing, but not from people specifically. Actually, no, meth is stealing. You're stealing life, you're stealing their money, you're stealing their soul. Like addictive drugs, yeah, meth and certain opiates, they need to go illegal and stay illegal. But the rest of it, it's really not that big of a deal. You're just harassing people for trying to have a good time. Like, you know, that's crazy. Jeez, that was terrible. Dang it, almost got him. I'm just horrible at aiming. I need to, like... Yeah. I exploded. Oh, and shoot, I should probably end this episode. I gotta delete some off of the PlayStations, but I'm doing this all day. That's why I started in talking about personal plans, because, like, I don't usually plan to do stuff, and I rarely, on a rare occasion that I... Oh, God. I'm looking for the tank because I wanted to destroy the tank. I'm curious to see how, like, let's go see. Let's see what we see. I'll probably find somebody on the way there. Dang it. Through the stairs. Oh, plus I need to eat some breakfast. I haven't done that. Just woke up, had some coffee, started recording, started playing. Ow! I'm trying to get the guy up there, you jerk. So anyways, moral of the story is I talked back to some guy to stand up for an elderly couple, and I don't even know if they're all that elderly. Like, I just assumed. There was something said by some other, and I said, respect your elders. One day it might be you who accidentally leaves their garage open. And that's what I apologized for on the second comment. I realized I was like, oh wait, now I'm seeing that it wasn't even their fault by accident. They didn't leave it open. It was opened by mistake through the garage door opener. So it's not even their fault. And so then I'm like really drilling it home is like, yeah, you should be extra nice with this person that just got ripped off and just got like violated is what it is. When somebody is in your house, your home, your sanctity, your safe place, your temple. Like, if I'm not making this clear, and that's why prison sucks so bad, and like that's why I love these influencers coming out and talking about it. Like that one dude who's like, and that's facts. Like he talks about all the things in prison, like and things I've never heard of. And I talk to a lot of people about prison because I mean I spent a lot of time with people coming from prison, and you know. But again, no stolen valor. I did not have to endure years of that. I did years of community stuff, but so, and that's why I advocate for criminal justice reform, like common sense drug laws. I mean, at the minimum. And then I feel like once we do that, the rest will fall. It's like dominoes. You fix the initial root cause, which is harassing people for the pursuit of happiness, really. If we're being honest, partying is just trying to be happy. That's it. And, you know, and we do all this other crazy nonsense, like make living so expensive, you know, and then punish people for weed, like, or make people switch out because they have weed on them. Like, I know a Navy veteran. He was a Seabee, actually. So not just so combat Navy veteran. Like, I mean, they're all like technically still combat, but like he was like going in and building the bases for the Marines and the Army to use as a CB, and that's like super dangerous, and like he's getting shot at while having to work a hard job. Like imagine how hard construction is. Now imagine getting shot at. Like You know, while you're doing it, people are trying to kill you while you're trying to build a house, and not just a house. You're trying to build shelter that's going to protect people's lives. So there's all that like at stake. You know, and there's like no pressure, guy. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for this guy, one of my buddies. But in fact, I helped him get a job at Subways, which he didn't really need a lot of help. A lot of times it's just like the encouragement and the confidence. Be like, yeah, we're hiring, you know, and that makes people feel better. Like it's a more guaranteed thing that's worth their time versus going and applying to all these places that most of them are going to turn you down or reject you, and then it's like you got to deal with that again while you're kind of not being like victimized, but you're getting the business end of it. And that's how I phrased it with this guy. I was like, you know, these people are getting the business end both from this from the garage door company and now being a victim of theft, and like, you know, and they got to go fix this garage door and deal with all this money missing and their IDs and their wallets, and like, so that's where it's like, you know, and I feel like they got violated like because of the sanctity of their home. So anyways, you know, and my face is right there. I actually have like a, yeah, for anyone doxing me, I use cartoon characters as faces, but I have real profile pictures so people can see what I really look like. I mean, not with my kids though. I restricted the visibility to only friends for anything with my kids in it. But like, yeah, and like this dude that I'm kind of currently at war with, like I do worry about that, like my kid's safety. However, I trust that when they're with my co-parent, when they're with me, like, they're safe. When they're at school, they're safe. Oh god, there's the tank, I think. What is that? Like, what is that thing that blinks on the ground? I don't feel like it's a bomb. It's not worth shooting. I'm trying to find the tank. The tank, I think, is a glitch. Ah! I almost lined him up to just get 2 kills for that guy. I think they're above me. This almost seems like James Bond, the facility, like the weapons lab. Which makes a lot more sense now. When I was growing up, I was like, so what, they build rockets here? And it's like, no, chemical weapons lab. They have these giant, like, vats. Huh. Well, 4 is not terrible. I got 12. So, anyways, I gotta split this. Oh, wait, no, it's just now at 32. Okay, it's not terrible. Oh, am I one of the last? No. It just shows where I'm at. So, yeah, and that's a risk, putting business out there like that. Oh, man. I actually have all sorts of stuff going on. But not today. I'm off work. Ooh. Oh, wait. So the Polish ambassador came and performed at Fort Collins a while ago. Oh, shoot. I gotta leave the lobby, but let's see my weapon kit. See where we're at. There we go. We're almost halfway there. We gotta do that one. Which that looks pretty sick. I would have liked it if it was more of a green and purple, that Arctic. I don't know. It's still sick. The Mercury. And that one. That's just a huge flex. And this is just one gun. Like, if you look at... I'm also leveling up. This one's a Modern Warfare 3 one, I believe. And this one's a Modern Warfare 2. So... And then that one, the car. I feel like this should be like an SMG if possible. Launchers, melee. Ooh. Spear. I've seen people use that. I've seen them use that. The sledgehammer. And that. And that. And that. Not really the Tonfa, which that's actually what police carry for a less lethal thing. Common knife, yeah. Soul render. Wow. Dual Kodachis? That looks dangerous. Like if you you can't stab because your hand will slide up the blade and your fingers will get cut off. Commas, oh, those are cool. Oh. Pickaxe. For like mountain climbing and stuff, rock climbing. That's really cool. Why are we just looking at the handle though? Alright, anyways, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know what I'll get done today. Thinking about some Scratch cartoons that are PG. I'd like to learn Unity programming to make a game to put on Steam. Just a silly, like, story game. And, like, you have to do basic tasks. Like, I mean, I used to watch a lot of Sniper Wolf because my kids liked watching her. And truth be told, like, if I was younger, like, yeah, I would, like, she actually reminds me of that lady that passed away. I actually have a graffiti of hers. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do that first. To tribute to my friends that are no longer with us, you know, in loving memory, and show a picture that reminds me of them. And yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. So, all right, ta-ta for now. I will see you in the next one. Oh, and it's gonna be on my website, my GitHub website. I've been putting that on every video. So if you go to the GitHub, you'll see my tags. The tags I've seen around the world. I'm gonna just see how much GitHub will let me put things in. Maybe I'll have to pay for a subscription, but it'll be worth it because then that's like my MySpace. MySpace is getting reinvented through GitHub pages, and they let you build a static website with pictures and JavaScript and CSS. So like it's still like I could. There's so much I could be doing and should be doing. Maybe that's what I should do today. Maybe just do a text stream of web dev and then like. But first I got to get the pictures onto my computer. Make sure I free up some space because I saw my VM yesterday when I was looking at the containers. There isn't a lot of memory left on the one VM, and I'm trying to, so I might have to just build a whole new VM and leave that one as like, because I have, or well, I don't even know. So anyways, I could increase the size maybe, but I got to be careful with that. All right, see you in the next one. Whatever I end up doing, you'll see something. Or if you're just browsing these years later, then welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoyed. Plur! Make that go plur! It is all about the peace, love, unity, and respect. As silly as that might sound and as druggy as that might sound, it is facts. So, and that's facts. Alright, I'm not gonna rip off, dude. But anyways, see you later.